Everyone, hope everything is going well. Okay, I'm going to talk about currency markets right now. But before I do, I wanted to look at sentiment because I really like looking at sentiment. And if I'm seeing the fear greed index at 38 and markets are making all-time highs, I believe the markets will go higher. Even though I've been saying, hey, look, I think the top is coming in May and June, the reality of the situation is just too much fear in the market for it to top out, in my opinion. I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just calling a spade, right? I have to be data dependent when looking at it. Yes, my portfolio has become a bit more conservative than it was 2 months ago. But if the sentiment gets into the extreme greed category, where maybe at what 6,000 on the S&P, if we ever get there, like that's probably going to be frothy levels. What's another sentiment indicator that I look at? Bank of America bull bear. Okay. Bank of America bull bear. This is some individual, which appears to be in Spanish that he's typing in. He pulled this report and it says 6.0. And I want to look at now, where's the bull bear at zero? Because that is a very interesting one. This is where it was in the summer. And a lot of people were very, how should I say it? Bearish at that time. That was the time to buy. And I was looking at it, I'm like, wait, it's so much negativity out there. I don't know if I did a video on it. I must have, or maybe posted something on Instagram for my sports card channel. If you look at February of 2021, if 7.7, just calling a spade, sentiment is not extremely bullish right now. It's still, positive, at 6.0, but we're not here yet. Once we get to here, we get this S&P 6,000, it's the level that technicians are looking at, what, 6,100, 6,200, whatever it is. That's when I think I'm going to short. I want to short the market, but I can't. I can't short the market more. It's because sentiment isn't too bad. And also, when I see information like this, Euro sentiment hits most bearish level in 15 months. What happens? This is from a technical point of view. Again, reversion to the mean. What happens when the euro goes up and in the dollar index, the euro is the main composition. So what, close to 60%. So when that turns around, dollar is going to tank. What happens when dollar tanks initially? Equities go up, gold goes up. Okay. Risk assets tend to go up. Now, that doesn't mean that it's a sustained bull market that will continue. I don't think it will. But just looking at it from a trading point of view, I'm looking at, hey, look, dollars should probably reverse. Not telling you what to do, but this is just what I'm thinking. And also, I see this from Peter Brandt. He's a good trader out there. And he says that biggest commercial long hedge fund short COT position profile in history leads me to believe Canadian dollar futures could take a run to the 8,300 resistance level. Where are we right now? It's 70.728. I find that very interesting. And right now, if oil, or right now, if the Canadian dollar rises, what's going to happen to the price of oil? I believe the price of oil will go higher. Tend to see these type of relationships out there. And you could also see Tesla stock Tesla stock really, I mean, it bottomed out 140. But if you look at the Canadian dollar, for instance, when Tesla topped out at about 250, I have exposure to Tesla in an option position. I think it's like 60 days out that I have a position in. It's out of the money option, but not too much out of the money. But it's like it's 260, right? If you just type in USD CAD, can I find that USD CAD? All right, here it is. Just look at it. Canadian dollar topped out at that time and has been going lower since. Tesla stock really hasn't recovered a whole lot. I'm just looking at it. I'm like, hey, look, this is potentially an opportunity. And also, Canadian dollar is about 10% of the US dollar index. So add in the euro plus Canadian dollar, 70% of the US dollar index. If you see a reversal in those two currencies, markets are going to rip, in my opinion. I just have to look at the tape, right? You have to respect the tape. It doesn't matter. I talk about fundamentals all the time, but I still have to look at the data. This is what the data is telling me. Even though my ultimate view with the commercial real estate market, fundamentals wise, that's going to happen. I go downtown Chicago a couple days a week and I see the trains that they're empty. Okay. You're going to see a lot of problems underneath the surface. But let's go to JC Peretz. Okay. I'm looking at over here, right? JC Peretz believes that Tesla is going to outperform S&P 500. And I'm looking at it, hey, look, like USD CAD, that's about to reverse, in my opinion, go lower. And that should post a bid for oil. And when oil prices go higher, what happens to Teslas? Right? Teslas, from a charting point of view, I think would be more in demand. And what would that do to the stock price? I believe that would pump up price of Tesla. Could be wrong, but I'm just looking at all these things out there. Still, my mind hasn't changed about the fact that these stocks, a lot of these stocks or the stock indexes are being pumped up by a couple of stocks. That's bad breath. That's not good for the market longer term. But once again, you got to respect the tape. You got to respect what information's out there. And ultimately, this is telling me markets are probably going to rip higher. I'm not telling you what to do. Doesn't change my strategy too much. Still a conservative based portfolio. Still long Bitcoin. Still have some long positions. I do have a short Russell, but I may think about reducing that Russell exposure and, still short the Russell as a hedge, but not the position that I have right now. But I will analyze as time goes by. Anyways, let me know your thoughts and I'll talk to you later. See you. Bye.